What if I told you you can teach a service dog to lie quietly under a table for hours without anyone even noticing the dog is there? But stay isn't actually something you can train. Let me explain. Training is teaching a dog to do something: sit, down, shake, jump through a hoop. The list is endless, and honestly, that part is pretty easy. That's why even kids can train a puppy to sit. You hold a treat near the nose, lift it up, the head goes up, the bum goes down, reward that, and boom, you've got a sit. But then I hear this: Maggie knows a sit. She knows down. She even knows roll over. But she jumps all over our guests. So I ask, well, if she's so good at sit, why not tell her to sit when your guests come in? And then comes the pause. Well, she doesn't stay. Here's the truth. Sit is do this. Stay is don't do this. And that's where everything breaks down. Because you can train a dog to do something, but stay isn't really a behavior. It's the absence of behavior. That's why what most people actually need isn't more training, it's socialization, or what I call social compliance. Yes, we train dogs, especially service dogs. But what people really struggle with is manners. And manners comes from one simple truth: your dog can only follow rules it actually understands. So we have to teach those rules from the dog's point of view. Most training uses rewards. I do this, you give me that. It's a transaction that I call the incentive method. But dogs don't actually live that way with each other. You're never going to see one dog say to another, "Hey, Maggie, help me dig this hole and I'll give you my bone." Dogs use something completely different: social compliance. And here's how it works: set the standards, pay attention, give a warning, deliver a consequence if needed. That's it. And it's exactly how dogs raise their young. At about 5 weeks old, something changes. Up until then, puppies have had free access to mom. But then she gives a subtle signal, a lip curl, maybe a tiny growl. The puppy ignores it, so mom gives a quick, decisive correction. Not emotional, not repeated, just clear. And very quickly, the puppy learns that first signal matters. That's the part humans miss. Because when we say stay, we're trying to train something. That isn't actually a behavior. Stay just means don't get up. So here's what actually works: set the standard. Don't move. Pay attention. Watch for the dog about to break that standard. Give a warning. Your command like sit. Follow through by calmly correcting if needed. If you're observant and calm, the correction becomes smaller and smaller, and your dog learns, once I sit, I stay there until released. Stay isn't trained. Breaking the stay is corrected. It's the difference between do this versus don't do that. Now, rewards absolutely have their place. They are great for tricks, wonderful for tasks, perhaps essential in service dog work. But when it comes to living peacefully in your home, dogs understand one thing best: clear, calm communication about what not to do. If you want a dog that's calm, predictable, and easy to live with, you don't just train behaviors. You teach understanding. If this has changed the way you think about your dog, hit follow, and I'll show you how to build an incredible relationship with your dog from his point of view.